Hey Capricorn, welcome to your energy reading for what you need to hear right now. Of course, as always, take what makes sense for you and your story. If anything makes sense, if you don't mind supporting with a like, comment, subscribe, it really does help out a lot. And we'd love to have you a part of the channel, so welcome in. You found this for a reason, so let's see what Spirit has for you for now. What do we got for Capricorn Spirit? Oh my God, this card has come up for the last three readings, the Nine of Wands. So I don't know if there's like a lot of heaviness in this fire energy of the Leo season that we are in now as we start out August. We will be going into Virgo season later in the month. So I feel like that's where things will calm down a little bit more. But there's definitely something about this energy of like things from the past that have been weighing on you, maybe has been some sort of baggage, weight, burden, challenge, difficulty, feeling maybe stuck in a rut or feeling blocked in some way. This could be in any area of your life. So everyone's story is different. You'll know where this energy is falling. But yeah, it's interesting how this card keeps coming up for the last couple signs. Came up in Scorpio's energy. It came up in Sagittarius's energy. So if you have one of those signs in your chart, maybe check out those signs. Or if you're dealing with one, doesn't have to be. It's just the energy that's kind of coming through. But let's see what else for Capricorns. So we got the Nine of Cups. So this is actually a good positive sign, especially after the Nine of Wands. So we have two nines here. So nines in numerology represent coming to the end of a cycle. And this is actually really positive as well, because this is like releasing this exhaustion and turning your back on it in some way, like going in a different direction that feels a lot better for you, like finally letting go of what has caused some sort of sadness, burden, disappointment. I mean, the Nine of Wands can also talk about like a wounded warrior, somebody who has really tried to like fight to make things work or overcome challenges and difficulties or blockages that may come up, but still continuously feel like you're being hurt and nothing's really being solved. And the Nine of Cups can talk about wish fulfillment, contentment. You know, it may feel like laziness to you, Capricorn, because this card does say laziness, and maybe you're so used to being like this workhorse type of energy. Not every Capricorn. I mean, every Capricorn is different, but you know, of course, Capricorns do have a tendency to work, not give up, which I think is a good thing, but at the same time, like not continuing to do the same things over and over, expecting different results, and still winding up feeling disappointed, discouraged, sad, hurt, lonely, or feeling like you're stuck in a box, or, you know, carrying all this weight by yourself. And it's like, time to break this like illusion, because even all this glass that is behind this person is cracking and shattering. And so there's something about your vision, your perspective, about like trying to, you know, even with this chessboard here, or checkerboard, however you want to call it, this checkered flooring kind of lets me know it's like, you don't have to be so strategic about what you're doing or about what you're moving towards even. It's just being able to follow your heart more, listen to your intuition more, let your emotions take a more front seat. Or also this can talk about integration, so balance with light and dark energy. It's, you know, not discounting your emotions, but also focusing on like, you know, not just focusing on like what you feel like you have to do, and really integrating more of what you're wanting to do, or not settling for anything less, or feeling like you have to put yourself in a box because maybe there's like some sort of illusion or perspective that makes you feel like, you know, you have to do things a certain way. You know, it's kind of like that strategy thing. It's like feeling like you have to follow some sort of rule program, or follow rules, or follow some sort of programming, when it's like you don't. You know, there's like always a loophole kind of energy coming through. And it's interesting because you would think that following your heart is maybe the unstable or like not really the smartest way to go about things because, not wanting to let your emotions kind of run things. But to be honest, Capricorn, they already are. It's just like what, because you're like thinking things need to be happening this way, but it's like causing hurt and pain and sadness and disappointment, and still being like, it's kind of like, again, going in circles and still winding up in the same place or running in place. Maybe that's a better example. It's like doing all this work to just still be where you are, and unhappy. And it's like, well, why not let that go and be easy on yourself? I don't know. Some of you are way too hard on yourself, or maybe this is something that's just been ingrained in you because of, childhood, or what you've been taught by society or something like this. I don't know what this is about, but I really like that both of those have come out, because it's really kind of showing that this is a time to do things differently, and give yourself a chance to try doing things in a different way that may feel out of your comfort zone, or may feel opposite to what you think you should be doing, whatever that is. It's like law of attraction is really coming through strongly too, because it's like what you believe is what you're going to be receiving. So if you believe that you have to work hard, then the universe is going to bring you things to work hard on. And that's what you're going to have to do within that belief system in order to be successful. But if you are able to switch that perspective, again, with the mirror shattering, it's like having a newfound perspective or vision, or trying out a different belief system of believing that things can be easy for you, that things can come to you, manifest for you. You don't have to go out there and work really hard, work a bunch of hours, make a bunch of money in order to be happy and successful. It's kind of like what comes through too is like trying to build some sort of empire, and you spend your whole life, running yourself into the ground with exhaustion, and, setting yourself up where you become almost like a slave to this machine, and then you can't even really enjoy it. And so it's like, is that the life you really want? And it's interesting because you have the Four of Cups talking about tuning in. And so there's something about, again, this confirmation of tuning into your heart space, your emotions, your intuition, and letting go of this facade and illusion of what other people think you should or shouldn't be doing. It's like, or even your ego. Your own ego has maybe gotten in the way of you, like, even comparing, because we got comparison at the bottom of the deck too. It's like, judging something before you've even been able to try it. And I'm not saying you're necessarily doing that, but you'll know if that's you, if like you've been, following this certain path, and maybe it's a little bit hard for you, or again, outside of your comfort zone, to follow your heart and intuition versus following a playbook. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. But I feel like that's very much in alignment. Let's see what else wants to come through for you. Hopefully all of this is making sense for you, Capricorn, but I just feel like, it's you needing to be able to be easier on yourself. Yes, guidance with the Three of Pentacles. So again, it's you being able to trust in the spiritual guidance that is coming through around this time. This has also been a consistent theme with these last few readings that I've done. And you see in this card, this is like you looking back, which again, the Nine of Wands is an energy of looking back towards the past, while the Nine of Cups is a looking forward to the future. And that's what Spirit is trying to guide you towards. It's literally trying to guide you from this old way of doing things. And again, it could be in any area of your life. It doesn't have to be just work and finances and business and career. It could have to do with your relationships, your home life, your just whatever it is. But the Three of Pentacles is like collaborate. What I feel is this is like collaborating with Spirit, collaborating with the law of attraction. That's my belief system. And, it's just, I don't know if that's something that you're interested in or have thought about, but maybe you listen to Abraham Hicks. I highly suggest Abraham Hicks. I'm always promoting her just because, it's changed my life in so many ways. And it's just, I've been able to see the proof in my own life that is the reality, and that we have more control about creating our reality than we give ourselves credit for. Because I think, especially for Capricorns and earth signs in general, it's a very practical, physical, materialistic, here in this human life kind of perspective. And again, no judgment. I'm not saying that all Capricorns or all earth signs are this way. I'm just simply saying that maybe there's that strong inclination to fall into that kind of human belief system that things have to go this one way or follow these certain guidelines, rules, this playbook or manual, and that going outside of that is going against the grain, or you're not going to be successful, or whatever this egotistical mindset or chatter is in your mind, this lower vibe, pessimistic type of energy, that's saying well, I don't really see the other side of that and how it's going to, I don't see that can happen for me. Maybe you've heard about stories of this happening, but maybe not fully trusting. Wow. And then I look at, okay, so I had split the deck because I was going to start shuffling again, but you have the Empress card and the Emperor card. So these are counterpart energies. This is, almost said air. This is earth energy with the Empress, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And then there's the Rebel with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So again, it's something about tapping into your divinity, tapping into your intuition, knowing your self-worth and value, connecting with your spirituality. Yes, we're all humans, but we're souls with bodies, not just bodies with souls, or just bodies, period. And then also breaking the chains of what has been in the past, doing the same things over and over, expecting different results, or breaking the chains and patterns of what has been passed down generation to generation. It's this is a time of breaking through and breaking out of, holy shit. And I put the cards down, and guess what's underneath that? Getting out of your mind with the Page of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords. And then the awareness of the Chariot card. So there is a burning away of this certain perspective that has been keeping you stuck and all discombobulated within the machine of society and these old ways of doing things by man. And it's like Phoenix energy. Having to burn down a version of yourself or a version of your perspective and belief system in order to see clearly what is suppressing you and what is actually going to free you. Because again, even after that, you have the 10 of Wands, which is talking about suppression, which is similar to the 9 of Wands energy of feeling blocked and exhausted. But then you have the Sagittarius energy of the Temperance card, which is this integration. Taking what you have learned, but doing something new that is a lot more in alignment with what your soul is guiding you towards, and knowing that you are spiritually protected and taken care of. The Ace of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is the breakthrough. This is source energy. This is God. This is law of attraction, attracting in a new beginning. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is stability, security, and a harvest of abundance. You are going to be successful when you get out of your own head, Capricorn. I just think it's being able to follow a more spiritual, heart and soul based path versus the man-made playbook or rule book of what it in order to be successful or live this American dream or whatever the dream is that most people think you should be doing, getting the house and the cars and the clothes and the relationship and everything that looks shiny but is not really authentic to who you are and what it is you truly came here to live and experience and create. Because I feel like there's something about being very limited in your scope or vision of what is possible for you in the future. That you create your reality. In the law of attraction guidebook, you create your reality, and what you believe is what you receive. So if you believe that you are being suppressed and that you're not capable of living this life, this dream life that you are wanting, then that's what you will experience. But if you are able to let that go and integrate what you have learned and have belief in your future and belief in what spirit is trying to help you become aware of, then you are able to move towards that and see the results of your manifestations coming to life. So I hope all of that is making sense. I feel like it's a very straightforward message. Of course, everyone's story is different and that will apply in different ways, but hopefully that made sense. Let's see what else wants to come up for you. It's time to take action with new moon in Aries. I'm telling you that, which I think this new moon eclipse, which is about to happen in the next week, I think it's in a fire sign. I want to say Leo, don't quote me on that, but this new moon, I'm telling you, is going to be an opportunity for this new beginning where source is calling you towards an opportunity, a blessing of breaking the chains of the past and taking your power back and creating the life that you want. And so take action when it feels right. If you are feeling all stuck in your head, if your mind and your ego is getting the best of you, that's not the time to move forward. That's the time to rest and relax. And where's the card? To tune in so that you can release this pessimism, worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, and to stop comparing the old version or old belief system with this new belief system. And that when you receive this guidance, to listen to it and to not look back, to have trust and faith that you are being guided in the right direction. So I hope all of this helped. Thank you for listening this far. If you did, if you would like to donate or book a reading with me, you can do so through my link tree, which is down below in the description box. I appreciate everyone who has donated thus far. It really does help me out a lot. Consider liking, commenting, subscribing. But thanks for choosing me to read your energy. And until next time, have a blessed day, Capricorn.